The service level expectation document was created with the intent to start early in the sales process in identifying a customer's needs and expectations in our 3x3 relationship, which is us, the customer, and the paint manufacturer. The idea is to have these conversations before our partnership begins so that all parties are clear on daily expectations from day one. Gaining commitment on these service level expectations not only creates a strong bond with the customer, it becomes a critical part in retention for the years to come. This document is not intended to be handed over to the customer to fill out. It is to be used as a guiding reference document to create dialogue on service level type expectations the customer may or may not want to receive. It is our job to talk them through their needs by asking the appropriate questions and coming to a joint agreement on the best avenues of service fit for each customer. We will be role-playing a few of these examples of service level expectation conversations as training examples for you. These videos can be found at any time on our SharePoint website, or you can refer to the step-by-step written playbook for further training needs. So Chuck, in a prior conversation, you had mentioned that your profitability on paint materials is something your current supplier wasn't assisting you with, right?
You're right. Over numerous occasions, I've heard of some paint and material profitability reporting that they have access to. Mm-hmm. There's really been no follow-up. It seems that I'm chasing them versus what my expectations are is you're coming to me and telling me where I am and maybe even what I need to do to kind of own up to seeing some improvement in that.
Absolutely. Well, that's unfortunate they're not supplying that for you, but fortunately, FinishMaster and Axalta have lots of tools to help you with your profitability on paint materials. We have automated tools that can come out to you monthly. It's called our KPI report that monitors many factors, but to name a few, just your cost per liquid and allied per hour, your overall gross profit on paint materials. We even have an automated budget that can be spit to you weekly that alerts you when you've overspent on anything from toners to abrasives based on the benchmarks you and I set.
Okay.
So to add to that, Axalta also has some great KPI calculators as well to not only monitor your paint materials, but also shop performances that factor in body versus paint labor and parts versus sublet. Okay. So with implementation on either of these, we can identify trends and bring down your cost and increase your profitability.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Guys, I gotta tell you, push reporting and things like that would be perfect for me.
Mm-hmm.
I think just let me know what it is I need to provide and how often.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Well, we do have a lot of options between the two companies, so I think what's best is that we sit down and show you some examples and what will be best for your company moving forward. Okay. Then we can create more of like an action plan, and that's something we can get to you in the next week. Does that sound okay?
Yeah, that's perfect, actually.
Great.
Thanks.
Great.
Thank you very much. So, on a previous visit, I know we dabbled a little bit on paint profitability. I gotta tell you, that's a danger for us, primarily because I'm hearing some squeaking from the painters.
Sure.
About some rework, driving my paint costs up.
Okay.
Tools, what's available there?
Absolutely. Well, the great thing is between Axalta and FinishMaster, we have a lot of technical tools available to you. We typically divide technical requests into two categories, minor and major, or basic and major. FinishMaster technical support is going to help you with more of the minor. So basic color match, equipment maintenance, color tools, things like that. Axalta is going to help you with more major technical tasks, right, Zach?
Yeah, so for example, like tri-coats or matte finishes or even just those tougher OEM type colors, we can get a product specialist out here as soon as possible and he can work with your guys to rectify the situation.
Okay.
Yeah, the great thing is between both of our companies, we're going to have you covered. And the other thing that you mentioned is just your concerns regarding the whole issue. So every technical task that FinishMaster does, we log into our Master 7 system. So when we do our mutual action plan visits that we've discussed in prior meetings, we can actually review those technical visits and identify recurring trends, if additional training is needed, things like that.
Okay, so you just mentioned on a keyword, additional training. Off-site classes, online, there are available tools there, right?
Absolutely.
So, okay. Okay.
Yeah, and Axalta has a whole e-learning campus where we can take a painter who's started all the way through production.
Okay.
We also do Insight Painter refreshing training that Exalta would be happy to set up, and I know they'll spend as much time as they need with your shop so that new painter feels comfortable moving forward.
Whether it's 2 days or 2 weeks, we'll be here till you need some more, so,
Okay.
yeah.
Excellent.
So Chuck, what are your expectations when it comes to delivery of paint materials at your shop?
Our current setup right now with our distributor is 5 days a week. We can pick up the phone at any time and they're out here. Sometimes twice a day, and that's going to be pretty important for us, looking for a new distributor, that be a service that would continue.
Absolutely. Well, it's definitely something we can provide. However, I'd like to talk to you about possibly going down to 3 days a week, and how we get there is through inventory management. And we'll set your min-max levels with your toners, because every time we come out and deliver, that actually slows down your production and increases your cycle time.
And so we also, at Exalta, we also have a list of fast, medium, and slow-moving toners. And what we'll do is we'll post those, but also we'll keep a track of your current toner consumption and make sure that you have the toners that you need when you need them.
Because what we don't want to do is overstock slow movers. That's what he's trying to get at. So what will happen is we'll keep it business as usual for the first 3 months if you decide to reward us your business. We don't want to disrupt the paint shop. They're going to be getting used to the new product, all of that. But after 3 months, we'll run usage reports and identify your fast, medium, and slow movers. We'll mark those on the mixing machine, and we'll teach the painters how to order every other day so that they're not increasing cycle times and disrupting production, if that sounds good to you.
Sounds good. Yes. Sounds scary. Yes.
Absolutely.
Because that's, for 5 years they've been able to do that. So
Sure.
Order, several times a day. So
Absolutely.
change can be a little scary.
We can help you through it.
But that's why we don't want to disrupt anything for 3 months. We want to get them comfortable with the paint line, business as usual for 3 months, and not adjust anything until that point in time.
Okay.